Everybody out there in YouTube land today. Hope this finds you well. It's time for another exciting episode of And That's Why I'm Still Single. Have you ever had somebody that a difficult dinner partner? Somebody you've gone out with that just was very difficult to get along with in the restaurant? Giving the waiters a hard time and just not somebody that you'd want to be in a restaurant situation with. Well, I had this one fellow one time that asked me to go out to dinner with him. He said, "Come on, this is my favorite restaurant. You'll love this place." And it was a Mexican restaurant, and I've never been one too hyped up on Mexican foods. Generally a little bit too spicy for me, but I thought, well, it'd be something different to do and meet somebody new. It might not be a bad idea. We'll give it a shot. I'm adventurous. So, meet this guy at the restaurant. We walk in, and he seemed to know everybody at the front, when the hostess and stuff seated us. And so I thought, well, he's been here before. He wasn't lying about it being his favorite place, apparently, So we get seated in a booth, and they bring the menu, and he's telling me what he thinks is good, this, that, and the other thing. We're looking over the menu. But the first thing that I am noticing in this place is that it is ate up with flies. Now, if there's flies out in the dining room, there's flies in the kitchen. And if there's flies in the kitchen, that means there's something drawing them. There's something wrong with this place. I thought, how in the world are they getting by with this? Because it wasn't just an occasional fly. They were in swarms in there. It was horrible. Well, the waiter comes to take the order, and we're placing our order. And, of course, I'm apprehensive about ordering anything in a place that's ate up with flies to begin with. And so he starts telling the waiter what he wants, and he's being very specific about, he wants this, that, the other thing, and he, leave the tomatoes off of this, put this on the side, and do this, do that. And so the waiter takes the order, and as the waiter walks off, he says, "You watch, they won't bring it the way I ordered it." And I'm thinking, and this is your favorite restaurant? Why would you keep coming back to a place that aren't bringing you the food the way you order it? What's wrong with this picture? But we're having a little conversation there at the table about various topics. And they bring the plates to the table while I've been batting flies the whole time, They said, of course, his order isn't correct. And he tells me, "Oh, I didn't want tomatoes on this. I didn't want this, do this, do that. Take it back. Bring it back to me right." So they bring it back. I think it was like 4 times they finally brought his plate. And the whole time, I'm sitting there trying to bat the flies off my food. I'm just swatting the flies, swatting the flies, swatting the flies. And my dinner's getting cold. By the time they finally get the order to where he wanted it, and it was still warm to eat, who knows how many times they'd reheated it while they're fiddling around, the flies have ate half of my food. And I certainly wasn't interested in eating after the flies, so I just kind of pushed my food around on my plate. So dinner's over with, and I'm wondering, okay, what's he going to do for an encore? Because the evening was still young. It was only about 8 o'clock. I thought, is he going to want to go to a movie, or, let's go someplace, have a drink, or, what's his encore going to be on all this? So we get up, he pays the bill, and as we're headed to the door, he says to me, "Well, it's been really nice meeting you. I have to go to the grocery store now, but, it's been a lot of fun." So apparently the evening was over. He never called me again, thank God, because I sure didn't want to see what kind of a place he'd want to take me to next after being in the fly place. Maybe he'd take me to some roach-infested or vermin-infested place next. Lord, that was awful. And that's why I'm still single.